5:21 in the morning, on the way to the gym. I got my little protein, well, I'm not gonna say little, but I got my protein shake in. I switched it up. I usually go with usually the protein shake I do is like blueberries, bananas, the protein powder, of course, some raw honey, and add some water to it, and that's about it. Lately I switched it up and put some strawberries and bananas in there and some water and protein powder, and that was it for the day. But I'm on the way to the gym. Today's gonna be back, triceps, and shoulders. Yesterday I did chest and biceps. My diet, I'm cutting weight now. I'm cutting down. Long story short, I decided on July 7th, 2025 that I was gonna start a transformation. And at first, I was kind of like, oh, I'm gonna rush and do a 12-week one. But I decided I'm gonna take my time and I'm gonna give myself a year. So till July 7th, 2026 to do this year transformation. And I wanna have the best physique I ever had by then. The best physique ever. Not that you can make great gains in 12 weeks, but I have other stuff going on. Like I said, this LA situation, moving back to Los Angeles, and then trying to do a lot of overtime on my job right now on overnight shifts, because that's when I work overnight. So I got different stuff I'm trying to focus on right now. And so I'd rather just take my time, and if I stay consistent, I should definitely reach my goals physique wise. And that's something I'll talk about more in the transformation video I do. But when I go to the gym, I'm gonna try to get some footage. I don't have a tripod, so it's like, if I had a tripod, it would be easier for me to film like gym content. Because now if I try to do it, depending on the exercise, it might not come out the best. Because I had to like sit the camera, meeting my phone on the floor, and position it on my bag to where it can get some footage. But I'll see what I can do at the gym today to get some footage. Today is August 19th, 2025. I'm 1 month out. 1 month out, man, from what I have planned as of right now, because September 19th is what I have planned as my last day of work at my current job. So today is this last month, I just want to hammer overtime. I want to hammer overtime hard, man. So I'm going in tonight to work 5:45 9:45 p.m. to 5:45 a.m. I may even stay an extra 4 hours till 9:45 a.m. I'll see. I'm supposed to train legs tomorrow. So, I'll see. I'll see what I feel like. Rest is very important. I don't like doing overtime. I don't. But I'm doing it because I have a goal in mind. Sometimes you got to sacrifice to reach a certain goal. So that's what I'm going to be doing, man. You got to do what you got to do sometimes. Next week is going to be maxing out because yesterday I had planned to go in and do overtime and I didn't. But I feel like it was good because my body needed the rest. I ended up sleeping like throughout the afternoon. I was sleeping, man. And then I woke up. I don't remember what time I woke up. It was like steady awake, but I was up overnight. Just about all night. Now I'm going to the gym. My sleep schedule's messed up. Because like I said, I work overnight. I work 5:45 p.m. to 5:45 a.m. in the morning, man. So, that can throw you off. It really can. And sleep is something that's very important to me. Even with training, I think sleep is very important, man. That's your recovery right there. That's part of your recovery, a big part. And I would like to get at least 8 hours a night. In my case, I'm sleeping during the day on the days I work. So, like I said, my sleep schedule's messed up, but I'm a sacrifice for this next month, man. I'm almost there. If I just grind this last month, I'm gonna look back and be happy that I did. Workout completed. I only filmed one exercise I was doing. That wasn't anywhere near all the sets. I shouldn't say anywhere near, but for the barbell rows, I filmed the warm-up sets, and then I filmed my first working set of 315 for 10 reps. Then I just went up 10 more pounds up to 325 and did my other 2 sets for barbell rows. But that wasn't anywhere near the whole workout. And back, I just started training back again like a few weeks ago, maybe. Because I had a little tweak. I had like a tweak in my lat. One day I was doing pull-ups, but I think I know when it happened. I think it happened before that. I think it just happened to show itself when I was doing the pull-ups that day. So I took a break for a little while from training back, so just got back into it recently. So as far as this transformation, I was gonna do a separate video, but I'm actually making this video. I'm gonna make it this video, and I'm gonna talk about the transformation. So I started lifting weights when I was 13 years old. And truthfully, a lot of my lifting was for performance. A lot of the lifting I did was for strength. A lot of the lifting I did, it wasn't for like to be I added some of that in probably, but just as a whole, I would say the majority of the lifting I've done in my life was for strength, okay? It wasn't as much for looks or bodybuilding. It was more, I lifted more like a power lifter, or, you know, like somebody who's lifted for strength. So it was about moving weight for me, you know what I mean? Now I'm trying to be more like and let me say this, I've cut down before. Never like this, as conscious about it, I don't think, but I've cut down in the past, but that was also for performance because I was doing more running, and so my body weight ended up going down, and I had a pretty good looking physique. I might put some pictures in here, but I mean, it's not really a surprise because I've been an athlete. I was an athlete since I was young, and I did lift very heavy weights. You know, I benched 425 when I was 16. I was a wrestler too, so it wasn't like I was lifting heavy like year round. When I was in high school, anybody who's wrestled, you know, wrestling practices just drain you. So you getting stronger at lifting during wrestling season is not really very likely, you know, to happen. It's tough. Wrestling, that's usually when even if you're not trying to lose weight sometimes, unless you're like real low body fat, like some of the lighter guys. But for a guy like me, like I would lose weight during wrestling season because it's just, wrestling itself is just so much cardio, man. It's a lot. And so I didn't really lift a whole lot during wrestling season. My junior year, the coach had us lifting, but even then, like, I wasn't gonna get stronger at the main lifts I trained during wrestling season. It just wasn't gonna happen. But yeah, I done some lifts. I did my 18th birthday, I benched 460. When I was 21, I benched 405 for 20 reps. And was it like perfect form where I'm going, you know, I'm fully locking out every single rep? No, I was doing 20 reps, you know what I mean? You don't have to lock out every single rep, you know what I'm saying? It just depends on your style of benching and, you know, different factors. Of course, if you're in a competition, then yes, you're going to want to beat the competition standard, you know what I'm saying, if you're in a powerlifting competition. But just training, I mean, you don't want to you don't want to do something to injure yourself, which I have hurt my chest before when I was 19, and then it just kind of got tweaked a few more times since then. But anyway, when I was 21, I used to do a lot of, it's like the equivalent of a board press, but it was called a bench block. I used to use that a lot, and I used to use the equivalent of a 3 board with it. But when I was 21, I used the 2 board, which truthfully, and maybe I'll put the video in this video, it doesn't look super far off from like a regular bench to your chest, you know what I'm saying? But I did 500 for 9 reps with that. So yeah, man, I've done different type of training. Like I said, I did more running at one point, and I got in pretty good running shape, and I was cut down. I was lean, and you know, my abs were showing, and But now I want to do something different, man. I really want to have the best physique I've ever had by July 7th, 2026. I just want to go to a whole new level. Now I'm trying to kind of trying to be like a hybrid, because I don't want to. I don't want to completely abandon like performance style lifting. I still want to lift heavy. In incline, I don't really do flat bench anymore. It's just, I feel like it puts too much strain on my left pectoral muscle, and I'm not trying to risk getting injured. So I use a slingshot to help protect my chest, help get my chest support. And I do incline bench now. That's my thing, and that's the lift I'm trying to really get better at. But I'm trying to do different things. I'm trying to look very aesthetic as well. I kind of want to, on this cut, man, like I said, I want to have the best physique I've ever had. So I want to look kind of like a bodybuilder, maybe / fitness model, but be really strong and have some cardio, have some conditioning. I'm not like maxing out on my conditioning right now. If I was, I'd be doing way more cardio. But I still want to have good conditioning, man. I don't want to be a guy who can just lift heavy and then you're just like winded, like that quick, you know what I mean? So I want to be well-rounded, but like I said, I want to get the best physique ever. And this is the first time I'll ever do a cut, like consciously, where I'm saying to myself, like, yes, I really want to have the best physique I've ever had in my life. So that's the plan, man, and you guys can do it too. I'm not gonna get super in detail with like working out right now as far as like programming and stuff, because people watching the video, I don't know where you're at. Some of you may be experienced lifters, some of you may have never lifted in your life. I don't know where you guys are at, whoever's watching this video, if anybody's watching this video. But man, we have access to so much information now. Don't overthink it. Do some research. I'm gonna tell you kind of what I'm doing right now, but my routine, it's not like so I basically have a day 1, day 2, day 3. Okay, as far as exactly what days I'm going to train on, it may vary, because like I said, I'm trying to do a lot of overtime right now before this move. But I'm gonna break it down real quick. On day 1, I do chest and biceps. Day 2, I do back, triceps, shoulders. Day 3, I do legs. So in a perfect world, I would probably do like 3 on, 1 off, and then come back and do 3 on, 2 off, or something like that. But I also play it by ear, man. Like, I'm an experienced lifter, and so I know how to play it by ear. If I'm feel like I'm sore and I feel like my muscles aren't recovered, but on paper it says I'm supposed to train this day, I'll take the day off. You know what I mean? Because recovery is very important. So, I'm not going to do something just because on paper it says that's what I'm supposed to do that day. I may switch it up, but generally speaking, that's the kind of routine I would do. You know what I'm saying? As far as exercises, for me, I do on the chest and bicep day, I do incline bench. Then I recently started doing the hammer strength chest press machine. Like I said, I've hurt my chest before, so I took like, I haven't been doing a lot of chest volume, like as much as I would do with other exercises, with other body parts. But I just recently added the hammer, like the isolateral press machine, where you load the plates on the side and then you press, you have the handles and you press it. So I added that, and so I just do incline bench, and then I do that exercise. That's it for chest. And I feel like chest is a strong body part for me anyway. Biceps, I do preacher curl right now. I'll do a standing barbell curl, and then I'll do like an incline dumbbell curl, seated incline dumbbell curl. That's about it for biceps. Day 2 will be back. I'll do like barbell rows. Like I said, I switch stuff around sometimes, but generally speaking now, I just started doing barbell rows again recently, around the time I started training back again. Triceps, I'll do the seated dumbbell tricep extension. I'll do a rope push down. I'll do a tricep kickback with the cables. That's it for triceps. Shoulders, I'll do lateral raise, and I'll do a rear delt fly. Then for legs, I'll do a hamstring curl. I'll do a leg extension. I like hack squat. I really like hack squat a lot, but like it puts pressure on my knees sometimes, man. So trying to find a replacement for the hack squat, but we'll see, man. Maybe I'll get some knee wraps or something, so I can do the hack squat without any knee pain, if that helps. And then I'll do calf raises. Like I said, I do calves pretty frequently. I do standing calf raises on the machine, and then I'll do a seated calf raise machine. And oh yeah, on day 3 I also do forearms as well. So I hit a little bit of arms every time I hit the gym, man. On the chest day, I do the biceps. On day 2, when I do back and shoulders, I do triceps. Then on day 3, when I train legs, I do forearms as well. So I do a seated, I do like a hammer preacher curl. And then I do reverse curl with an easy bar. And then I do like a seated hammer curl. And that's it for forearms, man. So that's basically the routine, man. I hit the whole body in 3 days. That's what I do. But, you know, do your own research, see what works for you, man. You know, see what works for you. I'm telling you, if you're consistent, if your diet's on point, you're getting enough protein. Don't just focus on getting enough protein, though. Like, make your diet, try to make it healthy and well-rounded. Get your vegetables in, get your protein in, get some good carbs in. You know, different people are different body types, so I can't tell you exactly what to do right now, because I don't know what anybody watching this video, I don't know exactly what your goals are. Some of you may be thinner, you may be trying to bulk up, you know what I'm saying? That may be your goal. Me, I'm trying to cut down, you know what I mean? So, but even with me cutting down my mindset, I still have a mindset of I'm trying to gain muscle. Not just maintain. My mindset is still, I'm trying to gain, I'm trying to put on muscle. You know what I'm saying? Whether I do it or not, that's still my goal. Because I want to have as much muscle mass on me as I can when I cut down. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to put some pictures of, to end this video, I'm going to put some pictures what I looked like when I took photos on July 7th, 2025. I weighed, I believe, 269 pounds on July 7th, 2025. And I'm gonna play this cut by ear, see what I look like. But from past experience, I would like to cut down probably somewhere between 210 and 220. Probably somewhere between 210 and 220 to really get that, like, I want to look kind of, you know what I'm saying? I want to look ripped, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to play it by ear and see what I get down to and what I look like at certain body weights. I may get down to 225 and be like, oh man, I like the way I look at 225. So we'll see, man. We'll see. But I'm telling you, y'all can do this too, man. Like in a year, it's probably not even gonna take y'all a year, especially if you're somebody that's new to working out. It's probably not, and not just new, even if you don't work out consistently and you just kind of, you work out here and there, you don't have a set routine. I'm telling you, if you dedicate a year, it's probably not even gonna take you a year, dude. Like, it's probably gonna be less than a year to where you look at yourself, you're like, man, this is the best I've ever looked. You just gotta be consistent. Consistency is important. Recovery, get enough sleep, make sure nutrition is on point. And yeah, you can do it. You can 100% do it, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video, man. I'm gonna put the pictures